So Celeb Secrets is hanging out with Noah Gragson today. What's going on? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's Tuesday, beginning of the week, but long week ahead, exciting week ahead for you. I know you're going to be in Chicago for the big race. So we got to talk about that first because you guys are literally racing in the streets in Chicago.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. The best way I can really, give an idea about how the weekend's gonna go is it's gonna be a party with a race going on in the middle. It's gonna be a crazy atmosphere. It's gonna be so cool. I'm looking forward to it. And then to be driving our Wendy's Baconator car, it looks really fresh and really cool. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And then first time ever at this track, brand new track for NASCAR, brand new market. So it's gonna be a lot of fun to be able to explore these unknowns going into this weekend and have a lot of fun out there on the racetrack.
Absolutely. Now, do you have time to check out any cities? Because I know you guys travel and race in different ones every weekend. So, are there any plans to check out the Windy City?
Yeah, we definitely love checking out the cities that we go to and around the circuit in NASCAR. We just went to Nashville this past weekend.
Yeah.
Loved that town in Nashville. Broadway is a lot of fun, and then to go to Chicago right after. I know some of the guys' livers on the team are going to be hurting because it's a fun city as well, Chicago.
Absolutely. But you talked about riding the Wendy's Baconator car, which I think is so crazy. I love it. But I need to know like your go-to Wendy's order though. Is it the Baconator? Like what do you usually get when you pull up to the drive-through?
I do love the Baconator, but probably my absolute go-to that I always have to have in my order is the spicy nuggets. I love the spicy nuggets with some sweet and sour sauce and definitely a frosty.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Now, I know that you were not racing in Sonoma. You did have concussion like injury, so you did have that week off. Nashville was the first one that you started racing again. So, how are you feeling? How was that, getting back in the car in Nashville? Tell me everything about that.
Yeah, it was tough. We had a big wreck at Gateway in St. Louis, and that was a few weeks ago, and then had decided to sit out for Sonoma. So that was kind of a bummer, but just wasn't feeling great. Just the symptoms kind of carried on throughout the week. Normally, they go away, and they weren't going away by about midweek. So made the decision to sit out, and it was great to have Grant Finger fill in for us at Sonoma. That's one of my favorite tracks, so I was kind of bummed I didn't get to drive there, but he did a great job for the team, and then had an off weekend, so conveniently it kind of worked out to get another week of rest, and then on into this past weekend where we went to Nashville and had a okay day. I felt good behind the wheel, so I think that's kind of the most important thing I was worried about going into the race is how I was going to feel. But back to 100% and feeling really good.
Good. So now what's like the mindset? Because I did see that NASCAR gave you that playoff waiver. So you still have a chance to, get into the playoffs, which must be like really exciting for you.
Yeah, it's very exciting. It's exciting to be driving in the Cup Series full time, and then to do it with our team. We got a great team, a really fun group of guys, and yeah, that's our goal is to make the playoffs, win a race, and we got some good tracks coming up. You never know what's going to happen this weekend in Chicago. I had a lot of fun doing driving the track on the simulator throughout this week so far. It's a really fun course, and then Atlanta's a good track for us too. We have our best finish there, so. Looking forward to everything coming our way. I think we got some good tracks coming, and hopefully we can get up there in the playoff standings.
Now, are you thinking of different tactics because the mindset has changed? You're not eliminated. You're still in the running. Are there any like tactics or anything that you really kind of want to try that you're gonna try in future races this season?
Not really. I think, just keeping the mentality of, hey, we still want to show up to the racetrack regardless and try and win the race and do the best job possible. And that's the mentality we have, and we try to keep each other accountable. If somebody's slacking, it's our job as a team to be able to help bring that person back up and get them to that level, whether it's myself, our crew chief, any of the crew guys. We all hold each other accountable, and our mentality is to go out there and try and win.
For sure. And you're still really young too. So like the future is really bright for you. You know, if it's not this season, it's going to be the next one or the next one, you know?
I hope so. I hope so.
It definitely will. We also need to talk about the collaboration with Hurley. You're the face of it, which I think is really, really cool. So how did you guys connect?
Well, it's cool to be able to call myself kind of a swimsuit model.
Yeah.
It was cool. Last year they told me that Hurley was interested in us partnering, and they were partnering with NASCAR, and yeah, to be kind of the face of that whole collaboration was really cool. We had a great couple day photo shoot down in Daytona, and with some other talent that Hurley has, and just had a great day taking pictures all around the track. I gave them rides in one of the pace cars and was doing burnouts and everything. It was probably the most fun little photo shoot day that we've had. So it's cool. It's a brand that I'm passionate about. I like surfing, snowboarding, skateboarding, everything action sports related, and grew up wearing Hurley. So to be able to promote them and be an ambassador for them, somebody who something that I'm passionate about, it is definitely something that I enjoy.
That's incredible. Now, I did get to see some of the looks that you wore in the campaign shots. Did you get to take any of them home with you? Like, what's your favorite piece from the collection?
Yeah, they sent me. I think they sent me like one of every piece from the
Yeah.
collection. They had some really cool T-shirts, and then probably my favorite was there was a pair of swim trunks that had like a black and white picture of like old race cars coming down the front stretch. I thought those were super cool.
I know with racing and fashion, it's kind of like you guys have your race suits and you wear certain things. Are you able to incorporate your personal style into your race day outfits? And if so, like what is your style like?
Yeah, I am. I get to kind of design. Really, the most that I get to design and have most freedom on is my helmets, and so I actually have a few right here that throughout the year. So I'm able to design and kind of have different details. So this one, I wore my first Daytona 500, along with. I think this one's super cool. It's like kind of like a um, bronze helmet, and you can't
Yeah.
really tell on here, but all the lines and everything are like raised up, so it kind of feels like a penny or something,
Oh,
which is super cool. But yeah, just putting detail on it, like the Las Vegas sign. I'm from Las Vegas originally,
okay.
which is it's pretty fun to be able to have freedom on the helmets and throw some personality on there as well.
For sure, because like I said, it's very traditional. You have your race suits, you have your helmets, you have your cars, and I know, there are certain obligations that you have to put on there. So I love that you could get creative and show people, you're not just a driver.
Yeah, I'm super into the helmet design. I got a bunch of them, probably, I don't know, probably 15, 20, 30 of them throughout my career that I have, and I keep them all. So it's pretty cool.
Nice. Do you try and change them like every race, or do you just make some where you're like, I just want to keep it and display it?
No, I usually I wear every single one of them.
Okay.
Some of them I only have used for one race, and then others I've used for a half of a season.
Okay.
So I had a pretty cool one, which was this was for the championship last year.
Oh,
So I
wow.
put like bull horns on it, and then kind of had some cool stuff throughout the years. Just cartoons of me
Yeah.
on it, some trophies that we've won at my time at Junior Motorsports, and it's been pretty cool. So, yeah, this one I only ran for one race at Phoenix last year for the championship, and really wanted to get that done. Unfortunately, we came up short and finished second, but yeah, it's a lot of fun to be able to display my personality on the helmets.
For sure. Would you say that one is your favorite helmet that you?
It's one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I like so I can't decide which one's my favorite just because the next one's always my favorite, and then I always like certain bits and pieces of each paint job. So
Okay.
if I could make just like every single helmet into one, like I feel like maybe I'll do that one day. That'd be pretty cool.
One day. Now, do you maybe have any like personal goals or professional goals that you kind of want to achieve this season? Obviously, the main one is want to run a race or want to get in the playoffs, but anything else that you're just like, oh, I really hope that I achieve by the end of the year this year?
I think I'm kind of the guy who takes it day by day, and I just try to have as much fun as possible, I'd say. And a really big award, in my opinion, that we've won in the Truck Series and the Xfinity Series over the years is the most popular driver. So it's always cool to walk out on the stage and hear the cheers from the crowd and whatnot. And the amount of support that we have is pretty unreal. So it's cool to be able to see people wearing your t-shirt and cheering you on and whatnot. And I feel like that'd be a super cool opportunity to win that award. It's going to be hard to dethrone Chase Elliott. He's been the most popular guy in NASCAR for the last handful of years, probably 5, 6, 7, 8 years now. So one day I hope to get that award. That'd be special.
Absolutely. Now, do you have like a pre-race ritual that you always do, or are you not like a superstitious guy?
I bring a speaker out to pit road and to driver intros, and I'll listen to music. And last year we were winning a bunch of races, and it seemed like I could do no wrong, and so I'd bring a speaker out. And now it's been a little more challenging this year, but I still bring it out, listen to some Hardy or different stuff. It was cool. We just met Hardy actually for the first time. He's my favorite singer.
Yeah.
And I like a few of his songs, so I always play those in the hauler before we leave, and then walk out with the little speaker and play that on pit road.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Because wasn't he just at the race over the weekend?
Yeah, he came and spent some time with us, and we hung out a little bit. It was cool.
That had to be really awesome. Now, because I'm a big Hardy fan too. So, like, what's your go-to Hardy songs?
My favorite is the Mockingbird and the Crow.
Yes.
And then I like my favorite part of that song is when he says, "Tell that to 25,000 rednecks with my dumb face on their t-shirt." I'm like, that is badass. And then
Yes.
I also like Sold Out. His song Sold Out is pretty good too.
Yeah, because for me, like, I do like country music, but I grew up in New York, so it's kind of like a new thing for me. But I did like the emo and the punk and the rock music growing up when I was a kid. So
Yeah.
I think it's the perfect blend,
It definitely gets you going. He's pretty good. That's the first person I've ever been like starstruck to meet. Like I was kind of tweaking out. I didn't normally have words when I talk to people, and I couldn't carry the conversation. He was for sure carrying the conversation for us.
Now, since we are Celeb Secrets, Noah, I asked people about like secrets. Nothing crazy though. Do you maybe have any like fun facts or like hidden talents? Maybe something that people wouldn't know about you just by watching you race?
Oh, I got a twin sister.
Okay. I did not know that.
I feel like people are pretty amused with me having a twin sister. No, we can't like feel each other's emotions, and we can't read each other's mind. I get that question a lot. So
Okay.
I got a twin sister. I guess that's kind of a fun fact. Not many people have twins.
Yeah, no, for sure. Does she come to a lot of the races?
She lives in Texas now, so she comes to a few of the Texas races throughout the year, and she comes to Talladega. She loves Talladega. Brings her friends, which is always a good time.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
Are you guys like completely identical, or is it like kind of trippy when you look at both of you like, oh my gosh, it's literally the same person?
I would say I got the good looks.
Ah!
That's what I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, she's 6 minutes older, so I tell her she was born 6 minutes premature and I was on time.
Oh, okay.